Hello and welcome to Kate's Paper Creations and Paper Pumpkin Alternatives for June 2020. So this is the kit that came. It's called Box of Sunshine because they gave us a really pretty box, and they've included some stickers that you can use to make a label for the box and cover this part up and use it as a gift box. And these are the cards that you can make using the kit. First off, I wanted to show you some of the things I do when I first get the kit. Is I'm always looking for what I can create from what's in the box. So they have these stickers and they punch out like this. And then once they're punched out, they're not stickers, they're just badges, punches, whatever. And once they're punched out, you can cut around them and create outlines. So I have some outlines of the pineapple and the leaves and the lemons after they've been punched out. So I'm saving those because I'm thinking I might end up using them for a future card, and you'll have to stay tuned to find out about that because I haven't yet created anything. But that's one piece. Then also there's a page in there of black stickers, and these are stickers. There's two pieces this size, and then there's some more pieces this size. I've stuck them on some silicone so I could take it apart to show you that it leaves behind these pieces that you can use. Now this was attached here, and I trimmed it on the edge so it creates a frame, and that's going to fit perfectly on the front of a 5.5 card. So that might come in handy, or you might end up trimming it and just using the edges or whatever. But then there's all these pieces to save and use for embellishment on future cards. So I wanted to show you that first, and I really didn't have anything else I could save. The tags that they had didn't have a pretty border or anything to save this time. So but there's that, and then they did give us some stickers for the front of the box. And again, I took my sticker page apart so I could show you what there is. And so there's this, and I trimmed it, and when you take this gold part out, it's going to leave a gold frame. So there's that you can save and use. And then these are the stickers that they gave us. They are a peel and stick for the front of the box. I cut them out, and before I peeled them up, and then you can peel at the center and use it, and it leaves another border. And these are sticky backed borders, and you can use them somewhere on future projects. So those are just some of the things that I do, that I set those aside and I have them to use when I get into my creative mode. The first project I'm going to show you is a box. And I got the instructions for this box from Sun Stamping, S-U-N-N Stamping. She has a YouTube channel, and she every month puts out a video for Paper Pumpkin Alternatives. She's a Canadian demonstrator, and she showed how to make a box using one of the cards in the kit. So I am going to use her instructions to create a box. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. I just made a few changes from what she did, and but I wanted to be sure and give her credit. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to use our paper trimmer, and this is one of the cards from the kit. And you start by just cutting off 1 inch off the right side, or the white side of the card. You can save that because this white in the kit is a little bit different than the white Whisper white cardstock, and so sometimes you need a little bit of something that the whites match. So I save those just in case. Now that we have this, we're going to start scoring, and I'm going to score 1 inch from the edge like this. Then we're going to score, that's already scored here, we don't need to score that one, but we're going to score 1 inch over from that. So I'm going to bring this over, I'm going to use this line right here so I can tell where I'm at, and I want to put another score mark at the 1-inch line, right? Like, get it lined up well, like that. And 1 inch. Okay, then you're just going to go all the way around the outside with 1-inch margins like this. 1 inch there. One inch here. 1 inch here. So there's all the score marks. Let me get this out of the way. And then we're going to start trimming these corners that we're going to use to put the box together. And you want to kind of give them a little bit of a slant. So I'm going to cut down to the corner like that, and then I'm going to snip out this little piece right here. And then I'm going to go from here and snip down to the corner. So I'm going to do that all the way around. And so you've got a 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and then 3 on the other side. So it's going to look like this when you get done. So you've got all your flaps. Okay? Then we're going to start putting it together, and I use glue because that's what holds the best. I've done 3-dimensional projects for 25 years, and I have never really found any tape. Although Stampin' Up! Has a new one that they say will hold together 3D projects, I just don't have that yet. So we're going to do it my way, and we're going to glue these together to create a box. And you just want to get the glue right out to the edge and a little bit in here. Okay, and hold my edges and bring that up, and we'll hold it in place for a little bit. I usually try to just hold it in place for a few seconds. I have a stupid little song I sing, but I won't make you listen to that. That gives me enough seconds to hold it till it's set. And we'll give that a few seconds to set. And then these 2 flaps here will fold in, and we'll put glue on those. You just want to be sure and get right out to the edge so that you got a nice clean seam. It's not gapping at the seams. And you put that together and hold it until it sets just a little bit. Don't want to rush it too much because they might slip and then your box wouldn't fit right. Give it a chance. And then these 2 flaps, I'm going to fold these in and give them a little bit of a... Probably should have burnished all my folds before I started, but I forgot. So that's okay. It will still work. Okay, so then we're going to put these in, and this is going to end up being our lid. And we'll get those set. Like that. I'm going to give that a second to dry before I close the box up and everything. I don't want to put pressure on those seams until they have dried well. In the meantime, I will show you that I decided to put a belly band on this. When Sun did it, she cut kind of a V out of each side of this because when you close it, they kind of stick out. But then it left a white spot, and I didn't like that. So I came up with the idea of putting a belly band on instead. And so I used the Detailed Bands die set, and I used this specific die, and I cut it out of Whisper White. And then I also cut, so these are the pieces for that. And then I also cut 2 extra pieces so that I could attach them here and here and make these edges long enough. And so I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue on the end of this, and these are 7/8 of an inch wide. No, 7/16, excuse me, 7/16 of an inch wide and 2.5 inches long to create the extra length that's needed. There's that one. Oopsie. And here's this one. I'll show you the other side. So I'm just putting it there and holding it in place until it dries a little bit. And then that's going to go on the front of the box. I saved this center, and with it I am going to stamp the word sunshine with the Memento black ink. And it fits perfect on there. You could stamp it with color too, but I preferred the black for this. So there's that. Okay, now I think our box is dry enough so we can close it up, and you can see how it fits together. It's a nice snug little fit. But you see how those flaps kind of stick out? I didn't want them to stick out, but I also didn't want to cut them off. So that's why I came up with the belly band idea. So what I did is I just set this on here and kind of eyeballed the center of where it would be. And then I gave that a little crease, and this side a little bit of a crease. So that's how it's going to fit right there on the front, like that. And then turn it over. You can see how I'm kind of holding it in place and just doing this. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on just the end of this piece. Get my glue to come down again. I'm so impatient. And put that on there so that it can set. And that's going to be my belly band, so that it can slide off and slide on. Oops, I didn't wait for my glue to dry. See, you got to wait for that. And that's what I get for being impatient. So anyway, but you get the idea. Okay, then I took this piece that I wrote this, that I stamped the word sunshine on, and I am actually going to just attach it flat with a little bit of this glue. Right through the center of this die, so it will stick to the box top. You just want to be sure not to catch your box in there. And we'll take this off out of the way for a second. And it's a little bit tricky, but I really liked the way it came out once it was done. So it just sits like that. So there we have it, the two little boxes. They're a nice size box. You could fit a couple of candies in there, or some jewelry, or whatever, and some kind of a little treat. And I liked the way it came out. I thought it was kind of cute. So that's what I did, and it holds those flaps down so they don't stick out funny, and keeps the box closed until you're ready to give it away. And so I hope you like the box. We'll move on to some other things in another video.